Welcome. Better late than never. You know, I put on my post that we'll start at 6:30 if the universe and the planets all line up, but unfortunately they were not aligned, and I blame it on the cold weather. Everything else, we got to make up some friggin' excuses. So I'd like to welcome everybody to my Wednesday, my new night. Wednesday, I went from Mondays to Wednesdays, and then next thing will be out the door. So I'm trying to hold my ratings up, keep my ratings up, so I can keep my Wednesday night prime time spot. So I'd like to welcome everybody to the Vinnie Marino podcast. Of course, it's Wednesday, November 13th. It's fast approaching to Thanksgiving. We just blew right through Halloween. That came and gone. Well, it never really came because Christmas was outshadowing that, along with the turkeys and everything else. So, but the good thing is that all that crap you buy for Halloween usually blends in with Thanksgiving because it's all that same fall shit. So, again, welcome everybody. We're at the Space Coast Studios, home of the Space Coast Podcast Studios in beautiful Suntree, really Melbourne, but people hate to use their name. They want to use Suntree versus Melbourne. I got a last minute appearance by a passerby. Was coming through the area and said, "Hey, I'm going to stop in." So I gotta school him real quick. Turn your goddamn volume down. There you go. So I brought in this guy named Steve Tani. Some relation to me.
Hello.
Hello, Steve.
How's everybody?
Steve with his little fedora. He's a fedora guy. Steve's a cool guy to bring in because when he comes in with some cool shit. He brings in Doritos. We don't have the fancy beers that they have on Monday nights because we're just cheap old white guys. And we got the old can. We just don't have a brown bag that goes around it, the old brown bag koozie, because those things are. I'm going to crack a seal. Cheers to you guys. This is not a normal size beer.
Cheers.
I'm good for a 12 ounce. This is 16, so once I hit 12, shit starts happening in my brain.
Happy hump day.
Yeah, happy hump day.
Hi, Julie. Julie says, "Hey, Steve."
Julie. I saw Julie today at the Ruby Tuesdays.
Hi, Michelle.
Yep, Michelle's on. Hello, Michelle. So, anyways, thanks for stopping by, Steve. Steve brought in some Doritos, and then Steve has his own podcast.
Steve Talks 321.
Steve Talks 321. And it's everything about 321. It's like everything about Brevard. You know, he talks about what do you talk about, Steve?
You haven't even listened to my podcast once yet.
I'm ADHD, so if it ain't got curse words and talking about all kinds of craziness and random stuff, I just lose
it's real
attention.
estate and anything Space Coast. So it's real estate related. Last night we had the Kim Osmond Insurance Group on, and that was a very informative show because we talked about roofs and ages of roofs and how a 4-point inspection can affect real estate transaction and wind mitigation, all kinds of good stuff. Lots of input, lots of comments.
It is interesting.
And you did watch it. You were on there.
I was on there, and then I seen a squirrel, and I had to go looking at that. And my brain doesn't stay focused that long onto one topic. So, I mean, if it don't have any portions of nudity or vulgarities, I kind of lose interest. But hey, it's a good show though. It's very informative. He's got some pretty top name guests, on his show coming up. I think he's coming on every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night. Check him out, man. He has some interesting people. Believe it or not, you'll be surprised the big ticket names he gets on there.
Dana Blickley, the property appraiser, coming on December 3rd. And December 17th, I have Mayor Kathy Meehan.
Wow.
Mayor of Melbourne, Kathy Meehan.
So those of you who live in the Melbourne area who may hate the mayor and you want to comment or make questions about complaints or something, shoot them in. I mean, hey, she's here, she's live, and whatever comments you post, she's going to see.
We're going to talk about all of the growth and expansion going on in downtown Melbourne. We're going to find out what kind of information she has on the Virgin train coming through this area. Supposed to be next two years. We're going to have a high-speed rail coming through here all the way from South Bend. It's going to hook over from Cocoa and go to Orlando.
Well, it's going to hook. It ain't going to stop.
Well, that's the topic.
Eventually it will. I mean, how dare they come through our fucking county and don't give us a damn, we're just going to wave at it, the welcome wagon. Hey, bye.
It's just going to stop traffic every half hour.
Yeah. I mean, and then people were going to think, hey, we're going to get off here and go to the cruise, which that'll be an influx of population coming in. They'll be getting off there on a cruise ship. So Steve brought in 3 different kinds of Doritos. I don't know.
And 3 different types of beers.
3 different types of beers. He's got jars of candy. He's got all kinds of crap. He's a good man. So he's got these flaming hot. If anybody ever tried to flaming hot nachos, I have not yet to try them. I'm sure they make your hands orange. So I'm going to eat it very delicately.
We'll do a taste test.
Let's see if we have the crunch sound. Okay. Tastes like a regular Dorito. I'm waiting for the kick.
It's one of those sneak up, bite you after you swallow it.
Or when you hit the can later on. You'll be praying for the ice cream to hit the door.
And this one is the spicy sweet chili one.
Oh, yeah. Spicy sweet chili. So we got cheap beer. Well, Ooh, that's, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's starting to get me. What's hot? Them Tokados. Those goddamn.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Let me try the spicy sweet chili. Crunch. All right. Hey, here's a better.
So I stopped off at Wawa and I picked up this stuff in the convenience store.
Wawa is the best. I love fucking Wawa.
So the Bud Lights were $2 for $1 or $2 for $3. They're $1.50 each.
These are 16-ounce cans. Are you trying to kill me?
The Ultra was $1.99 and the Land Shark was only $2.29. So that's not bad. I mean,
he brought in a 2 Bud Lights, a Mick Ultra, and a Land Shark. It has no rhyme or reason. Matches nothing. It's like 2 left shoes. Makes no sense.
Well,
but
it's variety.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Stevie. So tonight's topics, as always, I just shoot off the cuff. I talk about all kinds of nonsense and stuff. But what does bring to my attention first off is I'm sure the people that are locally here and nationwide, we have a great sheriff in this county who don't really give a damn or a hoot about, what people think as far as, rhyme or reasons. He's a great sheriff, and they recently just installing on our cars here in the county, the new cars, "In God We Trust" on the rear bumper, on the rear tailgate of the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why anybody has a problem with that, but apparently this independent group has a problem with it, so they're demanding that he remove those from his car, and this has drawn national attention. I mean, the money has "In God We Trust." I mean, what is going on with society that they are now? You put that on a car or wherever you put it, and people have a problem with that. What the hell kind of people we live with here in this world? I don't get it. Well, I'll tell you right now, some sheriffs would back down because they don't want all the hype and all the the comments, but not this guy. He's like, nope. And I'm not saying it the way he said it. He's basically said, hell no, I ain't taking it. I'm not taking it down. But he did say on national news, on Fox News, that, basically they got a better chance of him waking up skinny than to have that thing removed off the cars. And I'll tell you, he ain't doing it. He ain't going to do it.
Right.
Not going to do it. I mean, that's good for him.
Well, you either stand for something or you don't, right?
What?
Stand for something or you fall for everything.
That is a skip. Live for something or die for nothing. Oh, it was in a movie. It was in the Rambo, the latest Rambo. Yeah. So that was something that it's actually made national news about the "In God We Trust." So believe it or not, Steve and I we're brothers. I'm the older brother by about
4.5 years.
4.5 years. So and growing up, it's nice to have a big family. We had a big family, and I could tell you this: We
Italians.
have 5 brothers and a sister. And
Poor sister.
and where I'm going with this is the era that we were raised in.
Ooh, these are hot.
They get your I'm gonna feel it later on. When you're growing up in a family back in the day. Okay. None of my brothers, and I'm not trying to brag, but I'm sure there's numerous and numerous families that have had this. None of my brothers have ever been arrested. That I know of, right? None of them. Steve? None of them ever been arrested.
No, not me.
None of them ever done drugs. Nobody's ever done anything. And you know why? Oh, I wanted to, before I go, thanks for producer Jesse. He's here. I forgot to announce him and his presence, but he's the man behind the curtain.
Best podcast studio around.
Best podcast studios, and it's just going to get better. It's just getting better and better. But it won't reach my expectation until he gets a bigger goddamn trash can, because he's got one bag in there and it's full. one empty candy bag, and it's hanging over the top like it's.
Oh, that's from last night.
Yeah, you fire the maid because they ain't the cleaning crew. But
Once a week.
growing up, and Steve will chime in. I think the reason why we didn't do, or a lot of families had great kids, is because they got good old fashioned ass kickings. Okay. We had a father who was very strict, and who basically, when we did something wrong, it was kicking our ass. It was, punch, and I'm not talking spankings. I'm talking beatings, punches and stuff. And that's what happened. That's what happened when we were in school. Back in high school, I don't even know if Jesse, you were even too excuse. God, them things are killing me. Fuck, they're good, but they're hot. You ever have that where it's just so painful? It's like, why do you keep doing it? Because it's good. But in high school, they used to have punishment where they paddle you.
Yeah, I remember the paddle.
You remember the paddle? What about you, Jesse?
Principal's office.
The dean's office, not the principal, the dean.
Or the dean.
The dean.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, by my generation.
Where's your mic? You don't have a mic? No. Okay, well, you can have a mic. Okay. You're allowed. It's my show. In your studio, but my show. So I remember when we used to get in trouble. You'd go to the dean's office, and depending on the severity, you would get 1 paddle, 2 paddles, or 3 paddles. But if you got into a fight, it's 3 paddles. And they used to boast, because this one dean had a paddle. It had holes in it, so it didn't restrict the air, so it came through to you. And you know what? There was no parent notification. They had to notify shit. They just paddled you. And you know what? Nobody wanted to get paddled, so what happened? Corporal punishment, it solves a lot of problems. So
that's our paddle talk segment for the show.
So as years go on, kids, for whatever reason, they like to fight back, and parents got to understand when a child reaches a certain age, trying to do discipline, corporal punishment don't work, because it's like an MMA fight. They don't want to listen. They don't want to do anything. They want to control everything, and then you have to. And a lot of times we as parents, we give them everything they want. We just keep giving it. Whoa, the hell was that? That was a hot mic.
Hot mic.
Hot. Have a hot Dorito to go with it. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Hey, you got PJ.
1, 2.
Had to get there.
So anyway,
to go with it.
These kids nowadays, they have they're very disrespectful. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. Anybody have an input? What's causing these kids to be so, I mean, I was sitting in the orthodontist office yesterday with my kid, and there were like 5 people in there. One girl came out from the back. I guess she had to come out of the back office and whatever, and came up. Her mom had, because I was like, this lady's got 2 phones on her lap. Well, the kid came up and just grabs the phone from her mom, sits there, and they channel through that phone like it's lightning fast. Yeah, get me squared up there, Jess. There you go. So, with parental discipline and growing up, Steve knew. I mean, my dad, when we did stuff, and what we did as kids, we did something that never happens anymore. Crank phone calls. Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
We used to make prank phone calls, which was funny. Call the bowling alley. Hey, you got any 16-pound balls? And, yeah, we do. But how the hell do you walk? Silly shit like that, just crazy.
We used to play stick tinfoil ball.
Tinfoil ball. I mean, this was
with a garden shovel.
We had a garden shovel.
That was our bat.
We had a garden hand shovel, okay, and we got Reynolds wrap, and we made it into like a baseball, and we played tinfoil ball in the front yard. That's the shit we did.
Hey, that doesn't cost any money,
nope.
Right? You had the garden shovel anyhow. You had Reynolds wrap, and we had good, clean fun.
And nobody ever went in the house. The fucking parents had to call us, get inside. I mean, God, excuse me, but
That's the beer, buddy.
I'm telling you, we did. You know, we used to throw oranges at cars. Okay, pine cones.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never participated in that.
But we used to get crazy. I mean, that's what's crazy for us. We used to, we used to DoorDash. We used to knock on doors and run, and it's just good, clean fun. And they'd call the cops on us. People would. But back then the cops did nothing. It was we were terrified though, and then we were more terrified of the parent, my dad especially, because my dad would. I remember this one time we were doing crank phone calls, and my older brother called a friends of my family, and he cussed him. He did something stupid, so they called my dad. Said, hey, your son just crank phone called us. I mean, you think it was like he committed a murder when my dad came home, okay? So I was actually riding on my bicycle. I was probably, 13, and I was sitting eating oranges. Me and this other friend of mine, Joe Carlton, we were sitting there on the side about a half a mile from the house. And here comes my mom driving around a little orange Honda Civic, tiny little thing. And she said, your dad wants you home now. I'm like, oh, shit. So I said to Joe, he said, what'd you do? I said, I don't know, because what we did was no big deal. So I'm pedaling my bike down the street, and my dad's standing in the middle of the road whistling. He has that certain whistle that it's like, oh.
Yeah, whistle.
When
does that. With his pinkies.
Terrible. I didn't make it to him all the way. He met me. He started approaching me, kicked me off my bike, okay, threw me into the washer and dryer, which everybody had washer and dryers in the garage, into the washer and dryer. And I'm telling you, it was World War III and all my brothers got their ass kicked because we made a crank phone call. Guess what we never did again? Crank phone calls. So this day and age, these kids are doing stuff wrong, and we're not, corporal punishment is legal. You just can't leave some marks that'll last. You can't, well, if you're going to corporal punishment a kid that's 15 or 14, 13, I think it's the food. These kids grow up so fast, man. So it's a fight. You can't punch them in the face. You can't. So how the proper way to discipline a kid, a spanking. But if you spank them too damn hard and it leaves bruises and stuff, guess what? You're in trouble. Yeah. So, and the most of the time the complaint would be the school, because when they go to school, they see the marks and that's it, game on. So parents are afraid to discipline. Parents are afraid to get involved in doing discipline. So what happens? The kids now they feel like they're the owner of the rooster. They're the rooster in the hen house. So there's got to be a way that we but I don't know. Sometimes it's lack of parental, both parents around.
We've got some good comments coming up here.
I got to get on there.
Mark says, those glow rings from the last cruise were awesome. Something to that effect. Glow rings from the last entire cruise. And glow glasses, right?
Glow glasses?
Our LED.
The
neon LED glasses that we wore on the cruise, and the little rings, the little LED rings that we bought, little gel rings.
Yeah.
Those were cool.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
So, also, I think it has a lot to do with cell phones, because they get so disconnected, these kids using cell phones. Just look around. And the usage of cell phones by these kids are astronomical. They can't survive, man. It's like cutting the umbilical cord. You take that from them, they're done, man.
Yep.
That's probably the worst punishment you can ever give a kid.
Did you see that post I posted today on my page? No, not the podcast page. It said, parents should buy less toys and take more family vacations. The average household with kids, they spend approximately $1,700 a year on toys for Christmas, right? You figure there's computers now, they're expensive, gaming, bikes.
Yeah, there's no longer, 35 gifts under the tree anymore. Now you're getting like 2, because
toys,
that's several $1,000s what they want. I mean,
I actually had a lot of comments on that. A lot of people said, yeah, I agree. We should do more of that.
Well,
Jesse did a really good job on that Q Limo banner there. Q Limo.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man.
Hey, take these fucking things away from me. I keep eating them. I'm just gonna burn my ass. I gotta eat a piece of chocolate. I gotta clear
that's why we have both. We have sweet and spicy.
I gotta clear my palate. You got any almond joys in here?
Probably.
There's one right there.
Oh, hook it up. Looks kind of smushed.
You know, the speaking of Q Limo, the share ride companies, the Ubers and the Lyfts. So I've had on 3 different occasions. I've had the guy, I order it, and then it says they're coming. You can monitor they're coming in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever, and then they cancel you before they get there. They go, heck with this, I've got to go.
Well,
and
or they get a better ride.
Better ride.
More
and they
money.
Cancel you, and then you have to actually dispute. They still charge you a cancellation fee, and then you have to go back and you have to dispute it with your account. So a company like Q Limo, which is a smaller, local company here, you've got it's not even the same comparison. It's a luxury ride. It's a S550 Mercedes.
Beautiful.
5-star white glove service.
So nice.
Discreet, secure, it's just the way you ride in style. And when you think about some of the customers that you've said have called in or called you to say, how much do you charge? And you tell them, and it's like, wow, that's so affordable. I mean, you can't even get an Uber or a Lyft for that. And they go, no, I'll get another ride or something like that. So I don't think those are your customers anyhow, but.
Well, like I discussed it on one of my previous shows, some people just want to ride. They don't give a shit what it is. Pick them up in whatever it is. They don't care. They just want a fucking ride, and they don't care about their safety or anything else. But on a lighter side, oh, God, them things are, whoa.
AJ says, great picture on that logo. Yes, I agree.
Thank you, AJ. I had AJ's wife is the one who actually did the photography on it. But as I was talking before, the holidays are fast approaching. So as far as Thanksgiving, Steve's going to be in New York City. He's going to celebrate Thanksgiving with a bunch of strangers from New York.
He asked me, he says, who's going? I said, me and about 10 million other people.
Yeah, he's going to go see the lighting of the Christmas. When's they light the tree?
Well, they're going to light that on December 3rd. We're going to be back by then, so we're going to miss it this year, but it's okay.
But you'll be there for the parade.
Be there for the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, the Thanksgiving Day parade. Just be careful, man. Be vigilant.
Always.
Don't.
There's plenty of opportunities.
Try not to use your credit card.
Believe it or
try
not,
to use cash.
In the areas of Manhattan that we're staying in, with that many people there, you'd be surprised how much safer it is than parts of Orlando or other parts of Florida, South Florida. It's a whole different ballgame. And people, in this area, rush hour traffic, US 1, 192, how difficult it is to get, right? In New York, you got 10 million people, and yet it flows. They get around there.
Because they all know how to do it. Here, you got all these transplants. Nobody's how to fucking drive. I mean, they just, oh, my God. That's why they make cars that basically drive themselves, because these idiots can't drive.
But you also got to look at the train system. It's super efficient, so there's a whole underground, city down there, underneath the streets.
Hey, piss on New York. How do you think they get around in China?
Oh, Tokyo, yeah.
Man,
I mean, most major metropolitans.
Yeah,
metropolitans.
I hate driving in traffic, and these people, they know how to do it. And in, like, California and some other states, they have, like, when traffic's backed up, they have those motorcycle lanes, like, in the between cars. They're allowed to fly, and they fly by you, like, at 40 miles an hour between cars.
Yeah.
That's insane. So, Thanksgiving's coming up. Steve's going to be going up north to, where did I say you were going?
New York.
New York, yeah. New York. He's going to New York.
Going to China.
I'm going to be home. I'm going to be staying home. Then we got, then the holidays start really kicking in, man. Then you got the real phony assholes who come out with this happy-go-lucky, oh, I'm so happy and gay.
So you know about the
not like gay like gay. I'm talking about gay like happy gay.
Sure.
I don't want to offend anybody. I'm a gay, the Flintstones.
You notice all the Black Friday sales are now starting this Friday?
Yeah. It's
It's this Friday.
It's like all month long. It's supposed to be one day.
The next Friday.
You know why? Because they don't want to get beat out by anybody else. So while you're saying that, I just happen to have a thing on here on the 2019 best-selling gift gadgets, Christmas and Thanksgiving. What the? They're commingling Thanksgiving and Christmas together.
It's just one big holiday now.
So number one gift, or number one on their list, is called the FIXD, the Fixed Prevent. It's 1,000 and unnecessary thousands of dollars and unnecessary car repairs. I guess inside your cars, you have these little portal things that you can plug shit in.
Right.
Well, this thing, you plug it in and supposedly analyzes your car. So you don't have to take it to the shop.
Oh.
You probably still have to take it to the shop if
then
its diagnosis
they
is bad.
They have another top list is the MUAMA Innocence, the device that lets you speak 43 languages at the touch of a button.
Now, that could be useful.
Yeah, I mean, if it works.
Right.
They have number 3 is a PEEPS carbon technology, NASA's solution for dirty eyeglasses.
Oh.
It's like a little cleaner thing. It looks like a little clamp. It goes over your glasses.
Fancy.
They have a photo stick. That's another top-selling gadget. Key Smart. It's like, the little pocket knives that fold where you put in your keys all fold in there. That's pretty cool. A smart TV, a Smart View HD antenna, grab free TV, and it has in parentheses, legally, for all you pirates, all you Roku pirates who are stealing.
Ooh, I got to check that one out, actually.
Yeah, look at that, Steve.
My HD antenna isn't so hot.
Little gadget.
It's actually pretty worthless.
They don't list the pricing, but they also have a Key Smart Pro. It's a keychain with location tracker. Ooh. So you can hook your keys onto it. If you lose your keys, you go on your smartphone, and it'll find your keys for you. And if it's fucking driving around town, your car's stolen too. So. Then they have a Barks Buddy is another top item. The simple device stops annoying dogs from barking in seconds. Can you imagine look at this fucking dog's face, though. What the hell?
Looks like he's petrified.
I mean, that's freaking. That dog's like, what the hell?
Not only does it stop his bark, it kills him.
Yeah, right.
It's probably playing fucking soundtracks of Prince. Another one
that could be classified as almost like borderline.
They got the Drone X. It's a perfect drone for beginners.
Oh boy.
Another one is the Dodow, the best night's sleep you'll ever have.
That's what we need, more drones out in the world, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. There was one that I saw that was kind of a super Wi-Fi booster. Oh, here's one. Mobile White. Show off your brightest smile this Christmas. It's a mobile fucking thing. You plug into your cigarette lighter, and it
teeth whitener.
And it whitens your teeth.
A mobile teeth whitener. All right. I'm in my car.
Right. One more thing that a driver needs to distract himself with.
Then they have the credit card thing you put in your wallet so people can't scan your cards.
I have those.
While in your wallet.
Absolutely.
What else was in there?
RFID blocker or something.
A flashlight. Oh, here it is. FlexSafe, a portable safe for wherever you go. It's something that was on Shark Tank, I guess. It's like one of those things you hang on a door, like a door key thing. Mm-hmm. It says attached to any fixed object, but the guy's attaching it to a beach chair. What the hell? You guys pick the beach chair up and take it.
Yeah, it needs to be fastened to something that's permanent.
This guy's got a lot of confidence in it. He's putting his fucking cell phone, wallet, and everything else. And okay, and that was a bunch of stupid little gadgets. But yeah, it's coming up. I mean, we're in Christmas. Christmas is upon us. I mean, they haven't played The Wizard of Oz yet, and that's usually coming out around fall.
Well, they got to do the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and then
let's get through Thanksgiving,
Santa
guys.
Claus
Come
is
on,
coming to town.
Let's keep Thanksgiving sacred.
So speaking of these holidays, how everybody, they don't say Merry Christmas anymore.
Oh Jesus, I do.
Happy holidays. I'm like, yeah, Merry Christmas back to you. But everybody's so nice, and it goes to shit soon after because everybody's happy, everybody's go lucky, and when you walk by somebody, they go, hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. You get that? Do you say hello or do you say hi? How you doing?
A combination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you really give a shit how they're doing? So if they stop as you're passing them and you go, hey, how you doing? They go, hey, ho. Yeah, what?
It's just a common greeting now.
Yeah, but it's not.
Hey, how are you? All right, good. How are you? Good. All right.
Yeah. But when the person wants to tell you how they're really doing and cry on your shoulder, you're going to be, oh, fuck, I didn't want all that. I was just asking how you doing. I was just saying hi. Well, no, you said how you doing.
If they really need it, I will be there for you. You can cry on my shoulder.
I try saying be careful what you ask for, right?
Right.
And there are some people.
You asked.
And there are some people, I swear to you, I've said to them, hey, hi. And they go, oh, fine. They automatically respond with, oh, I'm fine. I'm like, come on, man. Let's get real. So, anyways, I also was looking into this because this is the time of year that everybody donates shit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're looking at where do you want to donate?
I got all kinds of stuff to donate. Anybody want a Christmas tree?
Artificial,
8 foot.
Well, hopefully you didn't keep last year's live tree. That's probably now just a bunch of twigs and toothpicks.
No, this is a.
But they're talking about okay, and it's something that actually Steve's father-in-law he sends out. He's very
Chuck.
He's a big conservative, great guy, man.
Chuck watching?
I don't know, but it's like for those of you who will be making donations through the Christmas season, think twice about where you put your hard-earned funds. Okay, so they're talking about the nonprofit CEO compensation and how much of each dollar contributed really goes to the good. Okay, so they start off with these are the good guys. Okay, these are the ones that really help. Okay, Salvation Army, the CEO's salary of
best.
Salvation Army.
Yeah,
$13,000.
Yeah.
So for every
dollar donated
amount of each dollar that goes to the needy, out of each dollar for the Salvation Army, 93 cents.
Amazing.
Goes towards the
cause,
needy, right?
yeah.
7 cents goes towards this guy's $13,000.
He makes $13,000 a year.
Yeah, the CEO.
Well, because it's a charity. He has another job, but he only takes $13,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think the Ronald McDonald House guy, the CEO, makes?
That doesn't sound right. 13,000. You sure it's not like 130?
No, we're
getting.
We're getting to them. We're getting to them fuckers, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the Ronald McDonald House. Okay, the CEO of Ronald McDonald.
I heard that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, $0.
Right.
$0. And 90 cents of the dollar goes towards the needy.
Well, 10%. You need admin fees. You got to put out the buckets. You got to have the volunteers, but you got to have materials, flyers and stuff. So there is going to be some admin fee, but 90% is really good.
Yeah. Well, then it goes down a list. I'm not going to read. I'll just Lions Club International. It says the CEO's salary is $196,000. The Veterans of Foreign War, $238,000. St. Jude, Children's Research Hospital, $824,000.
Whoa.
These are the good guys, okay?
Right.
We ain't got to the fucking scumbags.
Right.
Make-A-Wish Foundation, $441. So the lowest amount of money of all those people right there is the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which only gets 75 cents to the dollar, goes to. Now, here we go. Here we go with the really winners, okay? These are the ones that people think, I got to donate. I don't know what this stands for. It's the UNICF.
UNICEF.
Okay, UNICEF.
Right.
It's not an abbreviation?
It probably is, yes. I'm pretty sure it is.
Their CEO has the use of a Rolls Royce.
Sure.
His salary, $1,200,000.
That's ridiculous.
It's no bullshit. If Chuck Farrell said, and he sent this whole chart, which is true because it's just a statistic. 14 cents out of the dollar goes to the needy.
That doesn't sound too charitable.
March of Dimes, $495,000 for their CEO. 10 cents goes towards the needy from the dollar. The United Way, who I'll never give a dime to, okay, because, I don't agree. Their CEO is $1,026,017. And only 9 cents goes to the dollar.
That's terrible.
We got two more, and they're big ones.
Right.
Biggies. American Red Cross.
The worst.
God love them. All right? $1,030,000 and $1,030,022. 8 cents of the dollar goes towards the needy.
Yeah, I cringe every time when a disaster happens. The media, everybody pushes Red Cross, text 7777.
Yeah.
And donate $10 today. I'm like, and what? Only $1
so
of my 10 goes
so
to the cause?
do the math. If you donate $10, only 8 cents of the dollar goes towards it.
Right.
So 80 cents?
80 cents.
Man, I'm fucking good with math.
Yeah, out of $10.
I had to think about that for 1 second. But could you imagine
that's
that?
miserable.
I can't see comments, Jess. I don't. That big screen usually has it, but you got to. I got to have binoculars to see that one. I don't know.
No.
But, anyways, the last one, the one that everybody shops at, the one that everybody donates half their house to, the one that's building brand new big luxury frickin' buildings.
United Way.
No, I already read them.
Oh.
Goodwill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they build Taj Mahals. Their CEO makes $2,300,000, and only 8 cents to the dollar goes to needy. What I mean, I will not donate to them. I'd rather donate to the guy holding the sign on the side of the road saying he needs money, because that's crazy. I got to try to get on here and see some comments because I'm looking at I don't even know what time we started, what time it is.
Yeah, we got the clock there.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit, man. I've been blowing gas.
Time's flying, yeah.
No, it seems like it's been
Let's
long.
talk about some cruising activity.
We like cruising.
We'll talk about that after the break. That's an after the break segment. Let me just see here. I'm trying to get on here and I can help people out. But yeah, I have a problem donating to a lot of those funds. And it's just
Well, there's definitely some, obviously can look at that and criticize it, but I guess if there's 8 cents of any dollar going to anybody that's in need, that's not a bad thing. But can it be reallocated a little differently?
yeah, like their
so.
salaries.
You know,
Their salaries are enormous. I mean, why are they that big? I know it's a big company, but why are they that big? So, but anyways, I think we're right at almost at the halfway mark. So we're going to take a couple-minute break, and we'll be right back. We're going to take some. I'm going to read over the comments once I get my goddamn screen to come up because I see me, but I don't see the comments. So, and I'll talk about my eye vision. I got to flip it this way.
Yeah, that's the only way you see the comments.
Oh, I still don't see them. But hey, tune in back. We'll be gone just for a couple minutes. Don't go away. Oh, there are the comments. All right. See you guys in 2.
You're listening to Space Coast Podcast, home of the greatest podcasts on the Space Coast. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor or having your own show, email us at spacecoastpodcast@hotmail.com. Space Coast Podcast. Talk hard!
Hey guys, I'm Steve Vitani, Brevard resident and realtor with RE/MAX Elite. I'm excited to announce my new very own podcast show, Steve Talks 321. We are on Facebook Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about the most current real estate trends, hot topics, as well as anything along the Space Coast in Brevard County. I'm excited to share all of the latest happenings throughout Brevard County and also to hear from you. Please like this page, Steve Talks 321, and share this page and podcast with your friends. Thanks a lot. I hope to hear from you guys soon.
Hey, you got me with a Dorito in my mouth.
Aha.
So, Jennifer commented on there about the Salvation Army CEO. Probably makes little more than that, but the pastors at the local churches make way more. Hey, I'll tell you what. They got some, they got some pretty big salaries. I don't know how much exactly these pastors make in these big churches that have, thousands of people that are in a congregation. I don't want to talk bad about them because I don't want to go to hell. But I'm just telling you, yeah, some people are real religious when it comes to donation. They actually, damn, why am I torturing myself with these fucking things? But yeah, they do collect a lot of money, and who knows what are their salaries listed, Steve? Are they public?
I don't know, and I don't see the point in really discussing that.
Well, you know what? The people want to know. I want to know. I bet they make over 6 figures a year.
Well,
I guarantee you they do.
if you think about it, there's nothing wrong with making money, okay?
Well,
If you're doing good with it, and a lot of these churches do a lot of good. I mean, they go on missions, they go out there and they do a lot of things, and they have food drives. So I'm not going to criticize anybody for making a salary.
well, it depends. Depends, It's all what it's going for. I mean, you look at the breakdown of the donations. Okay, say they make $2,000 in their offering basket. Okay, where does it go? Right into the fund, the build fund, the payment fund, the pocket fund. You know, oh, these are good. Hershey's Oreo. So, anyway, Steve was talking about cruising and stuff. For those of you who don't know, we're big cruisers. We cruise a lot, and and this port here that we're in is the second largest cruise ship in the nation. We got a new ship coming in. It's the Mardi Gras, the World Carnival Mardi Gras. That's due in every year. The two of us, or a bunch of us guys, we do guys cruise. And we got another one set up for March. And my brother just tuned in. My other brother, Nick, the cat man.
That's Mr. RCL.
Yeah. My brother Nick is a cruise junkie. It's like they serve crack on a cruise ship because he's there every week. The guy goes on like 30-something cruises a year. I don't get it. He's got an addiction. You need to go to Cruise Anonymous, man. Hey, by the way, I'm just about a diamond, Nick. I'm almost there. I'll be 3 points shy.
Really?
Yep, just about a diamond, and it gives me a whole lot of nothing.
You get a special club with all the other dinosaurs.
Yeah, with all the fucking old dinosaurs that are da-na-na-na-na. Jurassic Park. Yeah. Nick says we do 3 guy cruises a year. Do we?
3?
I don't think we do. I don't think we do.
Oh, no, that's 2, Nick.
Yeah, well, I'll 30 less than you. So.
On one now. Yeah, figures.
Oh, my brother's on a cruise right now.
Yeah,
huh?
he's been on a cruise ever since his shoulder surgery.
Oh, my God. I don't know, man. You want to be excited when you go on vacation. And if you're redundant about going on, the same thing over and over again, it's not as fun.
It must lose its luster eventually.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, you get on there, it's like, oh, I know all this, I know all that, I'd like to try Carnival, though. I've never been on a Carnival cruise ship.
Oh, really?
Never. Nope, never been on a Carnival ship.
It's different.
I hear. It's a little bit, like, rough, too.
It's more party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, Nick is, he's a, what does that say?
Connoisseur.
I'm not sure what that means. Convalescence cruise tour.
What?
I don't get it.
Convalescence.
So this week, we got a cold front. We got our blast of cold. I think we're in the 60s for our temperature here in Florida, sunny Florida. And tomorrow the high will be about 80. I think we're going to hit the 50s tonight, Jess.
No. I didn't hear that.
Well,
no way.
Check it out.
I guess I'm gonna have to because I am not dressed. I have flip flops on.
So we got all day long. It was like cloudy, spotty rain. Excuse me. God. Well, it's better to burp and taste it than fart and waste it, right?
That's right. I love that one.
So we got a blast of cold. Let me see of our weather. Anybody down there that knows our weather? I'm sure Michelle she's hot on the phone. She's probably got the radar pulled up right now, looking to see what tomorrow's weather is going to be like, or tonight's low. I'm saying we're going to hit the 50s tonight.
Really?
I think so.
I did not hear all this.
Where the hell's this fucking radar thing?
I'm looking at my weather.
Am I going to beat everybody that's barely watching? Let's see. Where the hell's? Oh, here it is. Oh, here we go.
I just want to see you struggle.
Tonight's low is, what's today? Wednesday?
Yep.
Oh, it's only going to get in the 70s.
Yeah, I was going to say, where did you hear the 50s? Now, for Friday night and Saturday night, wow, Sunday night, 56.
Holy shit, we're going to freeze to death.
We are.
Oh, my God.
Got to build an igloo now.
I can't, but look at the highs.
Or Yeti.
Yeah.
The highs are going to be in the 70s. That's Yeti weather.
It is Yeti weather.
You ever seen a Yeti?
When the Yetis come out?
You ever seen a Yeti?
No.
We saw a fucking Yeti, man.
That's amazing.
We saw a true scale, full-size Yeti. No shit. In the form of a woman.
Oh, man.
Standing on 2 feet, about 6'2".
No.
Oh.
That's a big
Steve?
That's a big one.
Huh?
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said we saw a full. How did you not hear me? You got earmuffs in your ear.
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, well, I said we saw a Yeti. We saw a Yeti that was on 2 feet, 6'2", blonde,
In the Arctic?
on a dance floor.
Oh,
Oh my God, she was. Ugh. Yeah, it's yeah. So, yeah, so our weather's going to be kind of up and down, and I think this is when the cold and flu start coming in. I think people were getting sick early on. You know, people were getting the cold and flu, you know, over a few weeks ago. A lot of traveling. Steve had some travel crud when he came back from Vegas. Who was it? You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, you can't.
Vegas crud.
that circulated.
Oh, hey,
air-
Steve, why don't you tell people maybe a little bit of advice or firsthand knowledge about when you go out and you go to these hotel pools and stuff, and you want to elaborate on a little experience that you had?
Sure. So, anybody that shaves, this could be men or women, anyone that shaves,
Right.
men or women, if you shave within 4 days, I'd say 5 to be on the safe side, and you go into a public pool or hot tub,
Yep.
or according to doctors, dermatologists, you are susceptible to what's called folliculitis.
Ooh.
Your pores are still open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know this because I ended up catching it.
Jeez.
So, because I shave my arms, my legs, whatever, get all the extra hair off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Less on the scale,
So
too. You know.
a hot tub or a heated pool festers more bacteria.
Yeah, it keeps them in that environment.
So, and it sometimes harbors before you even notice it. It harbors for 3 to 5 days before it comes out. And you get like big goosebumps, like they're really swollen, and they don't hurt, but they can start itching after a few days. But I got nervous because they were all over.
But they didn't attack his genitals.
Well,
because
tries to shave it.
Now we're getting a little personal there, but
Twigs and berries. But I don't know. Maybe he was protected there. I don't know.
but they were pretty freaky looking. They didn't like
Yeah.
blister or pus or anything like that, but they got swollen. So I went to the ER, and doctor said right away, he goes, asked me some questions, and he goes, were you in a pool or a hot tub recently? Yep. All right. You shave, obviously. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a classic case of folliculitis.
Oh, man.
They got a name for everything.
So they give you an antibiotic, and then after a couple days, they said if it doesn't start to go away, go follow up with your MD. I went to my MD. He says, you need prednisone.
Did you
Need
go
some
to your
prednisone.
MD? Was your dermatologist?
No, I went to a dermatologist too, but they said, yep, keep doing what you're doing. That's good advice. That's exactly what it sounds and looks like. But yep, you got to be careful and make sure if you're doing that, don't go into a hot tub or a heated pool for sure.
Gnarly.
Ooh, man, I'll tell you what. When you go on these cruises, though, and you look in if you go to the pool area and you look in a jacuzzi, there's these, these freaking kids go in there, and they live in there. I mean, they swim underwater. They're pissing. They don't get out, so they're pissing. They're in there for hours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they're pissing in there. You're laying in there getting this nice, trying to get. Those are probably the biggest cesspool, and I don't think the germs get killed in there.
Well, you've got
there's probably enough
you've
chlorine.
got
I don't know.
you got pee, poop, right? Kids, some
I'm
kids,
sure.
And then the kids, they blow their snots in there. I seen that.
Fecal matter, yeah.
And then when it's hot, when the pool is warm, heated, or hot tub, the bacteria festers 10 times the amount.
Well, yeah,
That's-
it's the
The
ideal
warmth,
environment,
it
yeah.
harvests quicker. So yeah, that's good. That's good information.
God damn.
So it didn't
So
bother you when you were there.
Nope, it hit me when I got back.
What happens in Vegas comes back home with
Yeah.
Comes back home sometimes.
What
Yeah.
they say? What do they say in the Hangover? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except herpes.
Yeah.
Comes back with you every time.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of movies, any good movies coming out? That I know. That Midway.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
That looks great.
The Midway movie. There's one coming out November 22nd. I can't remember what it was. I looked at it earlier. They're advertising a lot.
All I know is there's a new Rambo out, a new Terminator coming out.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the movies in
Yeah.
I don't know how long. I haven't even seen John Wick 3 yet. I'm like missing out, man. I gotta
What are you
spend a
doing?
whole.
You're
they'll
supposed-
be out.
I gotta spend a
They'll
whole.
be
You're-
out on Netflix. or
Hey,
Yeah.
you're
Hulu
supposed
or-
to call me and we'll go to movies.
Hey, speaking of movies, how
We
about
do.
Disney Plus? That's big news this
Oh,
week.
Jess and I were talking about that earlier. Man.
Yeah.
Over 10 million subscribers the first day.
That
Why?
that was the headline.
Why?
Because
Why?
it is what it is. All right. Here's a little background.
And it's only, what, $6, $7
$6.99 a month,
Yeah.
or $70 a year.
And
So you
and
get
so I
like-
have AT&T. Can I get it on that?
As long as it's an app
Yeah, you can
on
get it
your
on your
AT&T,
phone.
yeah.
Sure.
I don't want it on my phone.
You can get it anywhere, though.
I want to be able to watch it at home. I don't want to walk
You
and
can.
kill my
Do-
Do
battery.
you have a Roku TV?
A who?
A Roku TV or a smart TV?
Yeah, I have a
smart
smart
TV.
TV.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So just download the Disney Plus app, and it's a free trial right now. I've been binge watching all
So
my
what's
favorites.
what do you watch on there?
I watched The Little Mermaid, Frozen, because I've never seen it, and Peter Pan
Fucking killing
because
me.
it's a classic. Peter Pan's a classic, and my wife
Disney
loves
does
Tinkerbell.
the best.
Frozen is not a
honestly.
classic.
No, but I've never seen it.
I mean, so do you have the old Mickey Mouse cartoons and Disney cartoons and stuff?
You know,
Probably.
I haven't even browsed the whole library, but it's got Pixar, Marvel, Nat Geo, all Disney brand stuff. It's got like NESPN.
You know
it's
what?
got all
And it
these
has
brands.
Fox movies on there,
Disney,
too, 'cause
think
it's
so.
Disney's
Fox
gotten enough money.
Entertainment.
They don't need mine.
Well, the funny thing is, Netflix was licensing all of Disney's products,
Right.
and Disney's
They pulled it.
pulling it all from Netflix. So Netflix isn't going to be as valuable. But thankfully, Netflix has already done a great job at having their own original content,
Right.
like Stranger Things and a couple others, really hot shows.
Oh
So-
yeah, they had the Narcos, man.
So what's going to become is a lot of these streaming services are going to become actual creators,
Yep.
and they're going to create their own shows within. HBO's been doing it. Showtime's been doing it. It's just that model that's going to be happening.
So do you have the Disney thing?
No, not yet.
Yeah, because right now it's just a battle of speaking of
I'm
we're-
actually this close to cutting the cord entirely for satellite
yeah.
cable TV.
Oh, I have a long time ago.
Hey,
I
fuck-
streamed.
that
stream.
and AT&T sucks. Spectrum sucks. They all suck.
And Mark Leduc says, or you can stream it on your video game consoles like PS or.
Oh yeah,
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah, all
Yeah,
all
because-
those things are app
Yeah.
friendly.
I mean, these cable companies are out of their freaking mind, man. You try to get cute. Before I had a Roku, okay, so I didn't need cable. I just needed Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I called Spectrum when I had Spectrum at the time. Our local, everybody knows about Spectrum and all over the fucking nation. They said, yeah, okay, you just need Wi-Fi. It's like $80 for
I know.
Wi-Fi.
So retarded.
And then, so they said, and for an additional $15, you can have all the channels. I said, well, that's a no-brainer. They know what you're doing.
Right.
So they jack you up. Satellite, they're no longer the cheapies anymore. And if you do get them, you got hit and miss TV.
Yeah, weather goes bad and you're out of luck.
Yep, we were watching one of the Thursday night games or Sunday night games at the local sports bar, and
Oh, yeah,
these
went
fucking
out.
guys have satellite. Come on. So guess what happens? It's pouring down rain, and they lost channels. They had no TV. So we're sitting there like a bunch of mooks, fucking watching nothing. Yeah, watching the thing said temporarily interrupted service. So you got Spectrum, you got AT&T, which I have because they're cutting me a deal, but every year it changes.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's trying to get around where you're getting free TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff on the streaming now. Local channels, you can get just about everything, right?
Yeah, my HD antenna isn't so great, but I love my Roku apps. I mean, there's something for everybody, and even if I have to keep creating emails just to start free trials over and over again.
Yeah, the Fire Stick that Julie said is, and Michelle, she has an antenna.
I got one of those Fire Sticks. Those are great too.
Michelle has an
Yeah.
antenna.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, unless you're watching live news, and I think you can even stream that now live on your phone from Facebook.
Well, when I had that damn Roku, the problem I had was, you get all kinds of movies. You get like 900 porn channels. You get 900 channels of this, and then when you watch them,
not Roku.
it was what did
You're
I
talking
have?
about the
Fire Stick?
What's that called? The keto.
Cody.
Cody. I had the Cody box.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody box.
Yeah.
And it sounds all the same.
And you could sideload Cody onto your Fire Stick.
But then you have the buffering. You're watching a movie, and sometimes it's not fitted to the TV right, or it's in fucking Chinese. It's talking in different languages, or you could see
What channels are you watching?
or you could see like
what he's talking
like
about.
somebody was recording it in a movie theater. You could see like somebody get up and walk out of the
Oh
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
The silhouettes and the time
yeah,
code.
but you can get like if you want to watch say Rambo, there's like 15 different Rambos. You got to click on the right one to get the good quality. And it's like I got tired. And then
They're in the theater. I've seen some of them where they're in
Yeah.
the theater and you see heads
Yeah.
moving around in front of the phone.
Yeah, full on bootleg, yeah.
Yeah. And and then it's like, all right, it was buffering. I couldn't stand the buffering, and that was free. But the guy who sold it to me, he was charging me for like updates and stuff. Like every so often, it'd be like $30 to update it, and they do that with the Fire Stick. You program it, and I just haven't. I was gotten tired of. I couldn't watch local channels, and you know what, Jesse? Now that I got them, I don't even fucking watch them. But it's the luxury.
That's so typical.
I don't watch the news.
Right.
I don't watch, sometimes, I watched like American Idol and stuff, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care about local channels anymore.
Julie Fox says there's an app for better buffering. What does that mean?
Oh.
Can you elaborate on that, Julie?
Better buffering.
Are you a better buffer?
A better buffer.
Does it come with Michael Buffer?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pain in the ass, and I just got fed up with it, and it was like, But one thing, I'll tell you what, one thing that didn't buffer was the porn channels. For some reason, they came in streaming at full speed. No shit. And, dude, there was like, I'm not shitting you.
Yeah.
Like, probably 100 different categories. And then when you get into that category, there's like a drop down of like a dozen or 2 dozen movies.
Julie says that was fake news.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was kind of like, it's kind of, I'm just getting burned out of cable. Just getting.
Yeah, I dropped cable a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
She says in the Kodi app, you can download an app for it.
Oh.
I don't know. I just hate change, man. I want to get rid of some things, and it's like, God, I got to go through fucking changes.
The reality is that most people are on Facebook about 80 to 90% of the time now.
I get my
TV is
headlines from Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, they're so bullshit, though, man.
What's
I
that?
think it's fake news on Facebook. People, whatever they put on there,
everywhere. It's everywhere.
I know. It's just I'm just so tired of the nonsense, and and then I called my brother earlier, and he invited him out to lunch, and he was like, I'm watching the impeachment here, and I'm like, oh, I'm sick of these fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I tried to watch that.
It was my understanding.
For about 20 minutes.
That's the number one phrase of the day.
It was my understanding.
What does that tell you?
Understanding.
Yeah. It means that they didn't hear shit. They're full of shit, and it's their understanding. I'm just so tired of the things that are going on. When now they're saying that the picture that Trump took with the cabinet or the guys from the military when they attacked that Baba guy,
The body.
Oh, Baghdadi.
They're saying that it was staged because they were all sitting there, and he took that picture. He was actually like playing golf when it's fucking stupid.
Well, so just like the one with Bin Laden, right, where no one saw him actually get buried.
Yeah, they conveniently dispose of the body, the most wanted terrorist, and you're gonna give him a rightful passage.
Obama's picture in the war room
funny.
when he was in there, it was real believable because they had the cabinet members and they had their sleeves rolled up. They were like, oh, they're ready. Come on, man.
It's been a hard day's work.
And you know what? Not one big deal was made about when they just took this guy out.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. The SEAL team brings this body of the most wanted terrorist. They just completed a great mission, and not one of those soldiers, not one of those seamen, not nobody took a picture of them unloading the body or the body going into the water. No mug shots, no nothing. It just disappeared.
Yeah,
like unreal.
They probably gave it back to the people to make a statue out of him. It just bothers me. I mean, let's just now we're going to be dealing with this impeachment hearing for the longest time. I don't know how long it's going to take
till the end of the year.
Oh,
and then it's not going to be good enough when they find he did no wrong.
For the next 353 days, there's going to be something about something.
Well, I'm going to give a prediction, and this is it. The Democrats are going to vote to impeach him because that's what they're not going to sway on that, and the Republican, the Senate, is not going to convict. So guess what? This is going to be more about a pony show to show the American people, smear as much as possible because there's a swing vote that's going to make the difference, and that's it.
So they were saying that the people that were like kind of on the fence and voted for Trump in 2016. Now what they're trying to do is smear them. So now these people that were kind of reluctant to vote for him but did are not going to vote for him now after all this. I'm like, because they're saying a lot of people are going to really vote for him now because of all this bullshit. All this trumped up crap.
Yeah.
That they're doing. So now, those are going to vote, but then the ones that were like reluctant, they're not going to vote for him. But
That makes no sense. There's no rationale there. All you got to do is look at the guy's performance. Look at all the accomplishments. And then look at the other side and everything they've tried to do from Stormy Daniels. Again, it was a WAPO headline, Jan 20 of last year, or I'm sorry, of 17, when he just got inaugurated. And to paraphrase, it said, like, let the impeachment proceedings begin or something.
Yeah.
This has been a coup all along.
But look what the Clintons did.
They thought it was going to be easy with Stormy. They thought it was going to be easy with the Russian collusion. They thought it was going to be easy with Mueller and his testimony. They thought it was going to be easy. And so far, every single argument, every single thing has come through. We've deliberated about it. We've done the spin cycle on it. And then it goes to, what they did today, a court proceeding, and nothing is there.
Right.
So here was my main takeaway from what I watched about 2 hours of this impeachment thing today. So their big cry he was holding back military aid for quid pro quo, right? Ultimately, they got the military aid. So the Republican panel that was questioning said, under the Obama administration, did Ukraine get the lethal aid, military aid, or did they just get blankets and food and shelter and all that?
Right.
So they actually got the witness, William Taylor, the ambassador to Ukraine, say, no, they did not have the lethal aid that was given by the Obama administration, but this administration did supply it. So they didn't suffer with military aid, with lack of military aid on this president's administration, but they did on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So they proved their point that the real military support, the real military aid came from this administration.
Right.
Was it delayed a little bit? Yeah. Why? He was questioning about the corruption over there.
When you see, clips of Joe Biden bragging about how he held $1.5 billion over the head of, the Ukraine government, just so, the prosecutor get fired that was prosecuting his son's energy firm. That's pro quid Joe right there.
Let's just say this, and then we're going to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
Everything that Bill Clinton did, proven. Factual. Facts. Everything that Hillary Clinton, facts. Supported with facts. Nothing happened to them. They are just driving shit. They're throwing shit on a wall, and hopefully something sticks.
Well, they figure if they could distract the masses, then you won't see the great employment.
Right.
You won't see the huge gains in the stock market. You won't see consumer confidence. You won't see manufacturing improve. You won't see all of the gains that are happening.
They need to impeach Nancy Pelosi, what they need to do.
Lowest since 1969.
Amen.
Oh, God, she's the worst.
They need to fix L.A. and San Francisco. Schiff's district and Pelosi's district, the worst in the nation.
But on a final note, today is National World Kindness Day, or World Kindness.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
There's
So how do
a
you
day
celebrate
for everything. Hot dogs, hot dog day.
Bud Light.
Yeah. I thought it was a national happy hour
They
day,
won't
too.
ever have a masturbation
It's
day.
Hump Day.
National Masturbation Day. That'd be the
It's Hump
greatest.
Day.
Dry home day.
Yeah. Hump Day. Well, we reached the final hour. I think we're over the ticker. I see some red light flashed at me earlier.
Yeah.
This guy's getting really high tech. I haven't heard a train tonight, so we're still ahead of the schedule. But I want to thank everybody that joined us today. I don't think next week is like the Thanksgiving week, so I'll give you guys a reprieve. I'll probably
the following week. Next week is not Thanksgiving week.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, fuck.
It's
okay.
it's only 13th.
Oh.
Next week will be
What do I know?
20th.
So I'm going to try to get on next week. I'm going to try to bring somebody on. I'd like to get some.
Michelle says, and she brings up a good point, even though it's Wednesday, it's 2 days after. Happy belated Veterans Day, even though
Yes. Happy belated
Veterans
Veterans Day to all our veterans.
all of it. We have some veterans watching right now.
Day. Every day is
Michelle,
Veterans Day.
We have Mark. We have Ez.
Yep.
Thank you
So,
guys for all your sacrifice and service, including
again,
your families.
Thank all our military personnel that do a great job for us, that signed up for a job that, even though some of them, had office jobs and stuff, they're at any moment they could be thrown a rifle in their hand and take a post. So, final thoughts, Jess? Anything else, PJ? Jesse says no. Gives me the cut sign.
Don't forget to watch Steve Talks 321 on
Steve
Tuesday
Talks
night, 7
321.
o'clock. We have a special guest coming on.
Thank everybody for joining. This is Vinnie. I am with the Vinnie Marino podcast. That makes no fucking sense. But thanks to Steve for the donation of all the goodies. And I'll be farting and shitting fireballs because that damn stuff is hot. So thank you guys. Have a great week. Have a safe weekend to come. And Happy Hump Day.